What's up guys, this is Milese and today we're going to discuss if Grand Chase made a comeback in 2020. Well, let's just say there's going to be a lot of changes. There has to be a lot of changes. Grand Chase was a free-to-play side-scroller that was really fun. I started playing the game back in 2008 with my childhood friend and had good memories playing the game. But as time went by, people stopped playing the game as years went by, and one by one the servers started shutting down, the North American server being the last one to shut down. They made last efforts to save the game, but it wasn't enough. It was too late. The game has been dead for a long time and everyone had already quit. The game had multiple reruns throughout the seasons, but that only brought back players temporarily, but not to stay. So I thought of a list of 5 that would need to happen if Grand Chase made a comeback in 2020. Not saying it's going to happen, but I'm still believing. The first thing would be advertising. To be honest, the only advertisements I saw of Grand Chase is when I was younger. Their advertising on this website called Newgrounds got me into this game. We thought it looked cool. Every time on the weekends we would play together when we were younger. I think I was about 9 or 8 years old at the time, so I know about Grand Chase mostly all my life. If Grand Chase were to make a comeback, they would need to regain their player base. I'm pretty sure old players would be joining back, but you also need new players to come in as also. So when they would open up their game again, they would need a referral system, and if you refer enough people, then you gain a reward. That's what I think would happen in the first place if the game reopened again. Advertising would need to be on YouTube, video game websites, and just sites that have a lot of people on it regularly. Maybe PewDiePie can play the game. PewDiePie can play the game and just stream it on his YouTube or YouTube Gaming or something like that. But you know, just regular advertising so they can have a good enough player base again. So I would say for number 2 that you need to be consistent with updates. When I was playing Grand Chase, it felt like they weren't all that consistent with updates, and most of the updates that they were doing were all about dungeons. I would say 60% of the Grand Chase community liked playing dungeon mode, while 40% of the community liked playing the PvP mode. I feel like they would need to balance out the updates between dungeons and PvP, so people that actually liked playing PvP wouldn't feel so left out. You can't even level up while playing PvP, and playing dungeon would be the only way to level up. Me personally, I like playing PvP more than I like playing dungeon. That's how I just got so skilled at the game. I literally love playing PvP because it was so fun to me, and I uploaded all those Grand Chase videos throughout all these years, and I only went to dungeon when I need to level up my characters, and that's how they wanted it. So the third thing they would need to do is balance changes. I feel like most of the PvP community left because it was really unbalanced throughout the years. Like for example in Season 3, to get a balanced game in between players, you'd have to match up your stats with everybody in the game, and have no stats at all. It got worse when AP characters started coming out. They were totally unbalanced. Like I couldn't even play Alice's against those characters, and if I did, I would probably lose 100% of the time or 90%. It depends if they're like a scrub or something, but just the AP characters just have more utility in their skill set, making them hard to play against. I would have to skillfully win against them, or there's just no way, because they had so much easy combos like they can do. And the characters I'm talking about are Dio, Vegas, Lei, even Mari too, but she's not AP, but when she came out, she was crazy OP. Dio being the earliest and the first AP character that came out, he was literally the most overpowered compared to all the other characters in the game when he first came out. Characters like Ryan and Ronin just didn't do damage unless they were played correctly, and both these characters back then took a lot of skill to win. when the game closed in Season 5, that's when they started making all the cooldowns and creating all those balance changes to the game, but it was just too late. Everyone had already quit by the time it got to Season 5. They're starting to go the right way, listening to the Grand Chase community, but they should have implemented all these balance changes back before, like in Season 3 and Season 4, when everyone was on the server before. So the fourth one would be dungeons. I didn't really play dungeons, but I did find it fun when I had the time to pass by. I think KOG's focus was on dungeons, and I thought everything they did with the quest system and having a good leveling system, along with the champion mode and hero dungeons, I think all those were good for the people that like to play dungeons a lot. Playing dungeons are rewarding and it's fun to play with other players. They have different music and backgrounds, and each map making each one unique. Their storyline that they make in Grand Chase is great, and I love it. I like their tutorial on Trial Forest and having a great storyline to go with. I would say it comes to A+ when it comes to dungeons, because I have no idea about it. The only thing that they should try to not do is to not make anything repetitive, but that's it. I like the new animations that they make in the new quest system, and it changes every time that you change the map, which is pretty cool. Number 5. Listening to the community. This one is pretty crucial, as well as the balance one. In order for KOG to have a happy community, they need to revert changes when it needs to happen. For example, when Season 5 came out, I forgot partially what they did, but they made it so you had to go all the way back to the login screen in order to change your character. It used to be so easy back then, where you can switch your character in dungeon, but now they made it so you have to go all the way out to your game lobby to the server select screen in order for you to change your character. I think they're trying to make things like L-Sword, but people are so used to Grand Chase, so after a while, they did actually listen to the Grand Chase community, but only partially. In Dungeon, you still have to go out of your game and go select your character in the game lobby. Just imagine how annoying it will be going to the server select just to change your character. Well guys, that's the list I have if Grand Chase made a comeback in 2020. I really loved playing this game, and I still think it has a bunch of potential even today. It can make a comeback, I just think it was going in the wrong direction. They even had world championships back in the early days. This game was really competitive back then, and some of the people that played way back before, I still see them on the private servers sometimes. I thought Grand Chase was a really good game back then. With the right direction, it can make a comeback 100%. COG's new game, Kurzspell, is pretty good. I tried playing the game, but I thought it was just repetitive of a game, but because it's just boss fights and a mixed up storyline. There is no mobs at all. Kurzspell is still a new game and it still needs improving, and I tried L-Sword too. If I were to rate all the KOG games that they have, I would say Grand Chase first, Kurzspell second, and L-Sword last. I haven't been making videos for a long time, and all these months I've been playing League of Legends trying to get Diamond this whole time, but I failed and the season ended. It feels like I was super pro at Grand Chase and now I'm just trash at League of Legends. Maybe Grand Chase was just my game. If you liked this video, hit that subscribe button and like this video please. Let me know in the comments if you want Grand Chase videos still, or do you still want me to upload those League of Legends videos that I've been doing. Thank you for watching everybody, and Happy New Year.